to Phoenix
and Raven,
House of Mirrors.
This is episode 1, and we decided we're just gonna kind of fill you in on who we are, what our mission is, our relationship, how we met, and what prompted us to be here doing a podcast.
And our intention behind House of Mirrors.
Yes. So, me and Phoenix are actually cousins.
Yeah.
My mom and her dad are brothers and sisters. They're both in heaven. I don't know why I did that, but they're in heaven.
They're spirit.
They're
all around us.
They're around us. That's right. So,
this is Maggie. She's a magical llama.
Magic. And we got 2 mushrooms back here. Now, the reason for the mushrooms, okay, first of all, our studio is temporary.
Yes. Even though it's really cool.
Yeah, literally just threw this together, but this is temporary. Phoenix is actually going to be moving the end of this month.
Yes.
Yeah. And so this is temporary, and also I live in another city. So I came down to Phoenix, and we wanted to do our first episode and our invitation video together.
Yeah.
So moving forward, we're going to be doing remotely.
So it'll still be us.
It'll still be us, but not together. And we're going to try to do some togetherness because I think it's fun.
Well, I kind of want to just talk about what started this, like the idea behind it. So I have always had I think it's even part of my life path number. It's like having a self-doubt about everything that I do, and then whenever I would get on the camera, I'd freeze, and I'm an Aquarius, and I would just ghost myself. So I made myself do a challenge to push myself out of my comfort zone to be able to show up on camera and just show up for myself and to do the things that I feel like Spirit is leading me to do. So originally, that's where the House of Mirrors concept came from. It was my own distorted thinking and thoughts in mind that kind of just caused me to freeze and not really step into the person that I know that I came here to be. So after all of that came together, then I started thinking, everybody has a House of Mirrors.
Everybody.
We all have a distorted way of looking at things through what we've been through. So I asked my beautiful cousin Raven if she would be a part of this with me, because I think it's something that I believe that we are part of a bigger like soul connection, and we'll get into that with our stories and stuff later on, but I think we've come here to do things together, and so now we're actually doing it, and we're here and we're making it happen. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of the intention, is just to be the guide, like in the light in the world, to help guide others, and
help them through the process, for sure. We share a lot of similarities in our loss and our trauma. So like she said, recognizing and asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Or, what caused me, what's going on? Like, stop. Like, I do that a lot. I'm like, wait a minute. What is going on right now? Like, why is this happening? Like, what do I need to learn from this?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been going through a lot of transition throughout my years. But I've never really been, I have been spiritual, but I get so busy and totally forget. And like, I want to start doing this, and then it's like the light, and I'm over here, and I go over here. And so I'm all over the place. But I was very excited when Phoenix asked, was talking about this whole concept of her vision and everything, and it's just so beautiful the way to see her transforming herself and growing into this beautiful, I say beautiful butterfly, because she was in a cocoon, broke out, and she is just spreading her wings, and she's just doing so many things. This girl can manifest. She's a good manifester, let me tell you. So
You literally told me the other day, just you got to be careful when you start thinking because things just happen.
please be careful. Although she hasn't manifest those numbers for the lotto for me yet, so
Yeah, working on it.
we're working on it, right? So yeah, that's kind of our story, and like she mentioned, you know, it doesn't just apply to one person, the addict, or it applies to so many people.
Everyone.
And once you start digging in and asking those hard questions that nobody wants to answer, I know I don't, because I'm afraid what might come out.
Yeah, it's like looking at it's being willing to confront our shadow selves because I think that we see the world not the way it truly is, but the way that we are. And if we are too afraid to look at our own shadow and we're judging pieces of ourselves that we have shoved down because we don't want to deal with it, then that to me is what we start seeing out in the world. And we start judging everything out here because we're too fearful to actually look within here, because when we can turn around and look at the shadow and love ourselves unconditionally,
So
then we
hard.
start seeing things differently in the world. And it's like Carl Jung said, if the unconscious, once you make, if, would it say the unconscious? Till you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate.
Mm.
And I've noticed in my own life, everything that I've been through, that I unconsciously was being led by my shadow side and all those things. And so once I started to be able to see inside of that and be like, oh, almost like I have the observer now. I still have the cuckoo banana girl in here just spiraling, but I also have the observer that's like, isn't that interesting? Look at you freaking out, even though like it's
Yeah.
there's so much more to this, but so I'm aware of it now, and so it doesn't take me down the same road that it used to.
You can pretty much recognize it, and then she even laughs at herself, like she talks to herself, and just like, wait a minute, why are you acting like this? In check. And I just love it. And she's very creative, and I can't wait for her book to come out. She actually has a book. She has it's a chapter
There's
in
a
the book
chapter,
with
yeah.
several other authors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so she has a very good chapter in there, and she's got so much. And woo, she needs to write a book. She needs to write a fiction book. She's got this little character. I'm not gonna release any names or anything, but yeah, you need to get busy on that. So,
I'm working on it.
yeah, a lot of things. I mean, So we have been talking about doing a podcast for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Just because we like to talk. We like to talk. We like to talk to people. But when she started putting this whole House of Mirrors together, um, like I said, it just transformed into like, wow. I feel like we can help a lot of people. I feel like if and I'm all about truth. I've always been about truth. When my kids were young, I always said, listen, you always be truthful to yourself. And I just heard what's her name? Oh, I know I was gonna forget her name. Angie Hippola, Hipple. She's a channeler, and some of the things that she was saying, it just resonated with me through her channeling that she was doing on Next Level So podcast I was listening to.
Yes.
We dropping all this credit resources,
Listen,
but
there's
I mean,
so many good ones out there
there
too.
is.
Listen, I listen to them all the time,
Oh,
and
good old
I have
podcast.
envision myself being on some movies.
No, I mean, and we're like, let's do
Let's just
this.
do our own. Like, why not just come out here and just like start our own thing? Because I think that's one thing I love about us is we're just super authentic and goofy, and
Real.
I my spirit guides. I mean, even at work, and I've mentioned this before and other stuff, but I was we'll share our stories later on, but there are some things that we've gone through, and I know like after it happened for me, like I was at work and I kept getting this message when I was really getting into like the spiritual and the energy work and trying to learn how to do things. I was getting so serious about it and like trying to figure it all out because that's what I do. I like to try to figure everything out. And I just kept
Mm-hmm.
getting the message like, why so serious? So I just was like, what? And then and then I had a couple. I'm a massage therapist, so one of the couples that I had later that day literally had a tattoo on their leg. It said, "Why so serious?" I said, "Okay, spirit, I hear you." Because I do get too serious sometimes, and now that's like my permanent like message. Like if it gets too, I'm like, okay, why so serious? Aha. Like I think right now in the world that we're living in today, we need more authenticity. We need more people who are just willing to just show up and just be real and raw and,
Yep.
just
Yep. I definitely agree
coming
with
with a
that.
loving heart, and that's
I
what
like
we
your thing
need.
that you wanted to do, the love revolution.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
still
think we
starting
should
a
do
fucking
that.
love revolution
Hell
because.
yeah, I agree. We need more love out in this world than we do what we got now.
Yeah.
Love, 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 love. As my mama used to always say, love, love, love. Gotta love, 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 love. And I agree. It's hard because some people you just want to punch in the face. For real.
Right? Like, oh, Jesus, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
And for me too, like the love revolution for me isn't just everything's love and light and just like, oh, blah blah blah. No, it's like, what does love actually stand for? Love is action. Love is standing up for what you believe in. Love is truly like standing firm and believing and doing the next right thing, even if that next that thing isn't what everybody else is going along with because they're too scared to like be the one to step up and say, hold the fuck on a minute. I feel like
Fear.
that is true love. Like, love is like really like, because there's the bypassing love that's like, oh, don't pay attention, everything's okay. There's love and light. And that to me, like, no,
Don't
that's
pay
not.
attention. Don't look at me.
And I'm guilty of that. I've done that plenty of times where I didn't want to pay attention. I don't want to deal. I just like, okay, I'm off in my own little world, which I've lived in most of my life. She's a great,
Because it's
but yeah,
sometimes peaceful, ain't it? Ain't it
yeah.
peaceful in your own little world, in your own little life? You ain't got to deal with everybody. I'm being real. I mean,
Yeah.
I could easily. I tell people all the time because I work. So before I had transitioned into the tech world, I did. I worked for nonprofit, and don't get me wrong, the job I did was um, helping the community. It's God, it was very emotional, but it's also how can we say politics without saying politics? It's people need help, but you have greedy people that try to mm, take more of the money that is distributed than what it needs to be. I don't even want to go down that road, but at any rate, it opened my eyes. And don't judge me. It opened my eyes to say I don't want to work with humans. I'd rather work with animals. Ah, animals, they get it, but then animals also bite. So I went to computers and machines and went to the tech world. So that's where I'm at. I like my by myself, my computer, and just fix things and all that. But No, everyone says, "Oh, but you're the social butterfly. You just get along with everybody." Well, I'm a Cancer. I mean, that's what us
Gemini
Cancers.
rising.
Yeah, the Gemini rising that talks all the time. That's all I do is talk
And I
all the
love
time.
that because
Yes,
I've always been super, super quiet.
because I talked all the time.
Yes! So it worked out great.
I did all the talking. She just sat there and bat her beautiful eyes. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, so God, we got so much coming at y'all, and I hope y'all stick around. I hope you really enjoy it. Of course, we're always open to suggestions. You know, we're new podcasters.
We're newbies.
Newbies. Don't beat us up too bad, please. Thank you. Um, but this episode was just to get to know us and explain that this studio is probably gonna not be the same. You're gonna see Phoenix in one area, me in the other.
Yeah.
And we plan on inviting some people. We have few people lined up.
Oh yeah, I've got quite a few already that I've got listed up to.
Then we're gonna
Join
come
the
in,
show.
interview. Um, you know, I just hope it resonates with somebody out there. If we could say one thing that, makes you stop and say, wow, that's what I'm looking for. The name Phoenix Rain, I think that speaks volume. Uh, Mine is Raven Lyric, and that resonates with me, especially with the truth part, because my mama, she never lied, and if she did, she never lied. Okay, I don't care what anyone said. My mama never lied. She raised me up. I have no complaints. Absolutely no complaints. I mean, she was like a general when it came to cleaning and stuff. Put the white glove on and test and all that. But hey, it generation. But anyways, she she taught me that you have to be true to yourself. And I know I said this once before, but I took that and I ran with it, and always do 110. Don't just do 100%. So that's kind of been my philosophy growing up, I guess you would say. But I have always said speak the truth. Mm-hmm. And I heard something on a podcast the other day too. It probably was Next Level, but it really was saying if you have illness or you're sick, you're going through some body changes, a lot of times it's because we're holding in that truth, and the body is feeling that. And if you speak your truth and you live your truth and not a lie, your health will improve a lot. And this up here, we control this. And once you stop letting this come negative and control you and change your thinking process, watch what happens to the rest of you. It's crazy.
What's that other quote I love? If you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change.
Always find a positive and negative. That's another good one. Yeah, always. Even in the most terrific situation, always find a positive. Always look for the positive. And another thing I can't stress more than anything, if you feel impelled to tell somebody something that is on your heart, tell them. Speak it. Tell them.
Yes.
And then let it be. Whatever they do with that message that you deliver, let it be. Because only when they're ready to receive it and let it nurture and grow, the seed, the plants to grow, then that's when they'll get it. And who knows, it might not even be this lifetime. It might be, another lifetime before they're like, oh, I get it. But it's not for us to implement it and make it happen. It's just for us to deliver.
Yeah.
And I can't stress that, because so many times our opinions and what we try to lay on people is really our ego trying to get it, got to do this and this and control whatever. But I think if we just say, hey, this is this, and whatever you do is great, and let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. And if they're still, 6 months later going through the same shit that you were telling them not to go through, hey, and that's what they want to
You
do.
know what? Everybody's got their own path, and like she said, we can speak what we feel in our heart we need to, and then everybody has their own path. And like I'm a hard head. Like I had, and not only am I hard headed, I'm a generator 1-3, so I'm an investigator martyr.
Woo.
I'm an Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius.
Ah,
So I'm like my whole life I had to
cray
just
cray.
people
No.
would try to tell me like, oh, I'm like, no, I have to do it the fucking hard way. I have to learn the hard way so that I can go through it and then come out and be like, oh, and then try to tell you, share my experience, strength and hope, because I am in recovery and I've never thought I'd be able to be sober and feel comfortable in my own skin. And I've got over 3 years, a little over 3 years now. So I think
3 years.
yeah,
Great.
that's insane to me because I never thought I'd,
No, I mean,
I grew up with this girl, like she knows.
when Phoenix is doing good, you see Phoenix and you hear from Phoenix. When Phoenix is doing bad, where's Phoenix? And no one knows where Phoenix is. So that's kind of how over the time with her addiction when she was younger, not now, this is way younger. Um, you know, it's been in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But, and just being real, over time, you just lose kind of trust in that they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just pray for her all the time, that, give her strength. But it wasn't till she was ready. And, and we're not going to get into your story, but when, her change happened, that's what she needed for that change to happen. She's 3 years sober, doing wonderful. Like I said, she's amazing, and she's discovering her what I call mini powers. So I love her, and she's the best massage therapist in the world. My girl got these magic hands. Oh no, not your muscles. She wants to show her muscles. No, no, she got some. Woo. And what is this right here? Where is that? Your muscle in this?
Forearm.
Her forearm. That mug. But no, she's really a great massage therapist. She's just a great person in general. I'm not saying that because she's my cousin. I mean, I still say if she wasn't my cousin, I would.
She's non-biased. She just loves me. She's the best hype girl. You need a hype girl on your team. I'm telling you what. This is the best.
Let me get my drum over here. Let's go.
It is. And I'm so grateful. Like I grew up with her. And I lived with her when I was, went through some things at home with my father when I was little. I ended up moving in with you, and then I stayed till I graduated, and then we went our separate ways.
Well, I stayed, you left, and then you came back.
Yeah, and then after that, like we ended up going our separate ways for years.
Yeah,
kind of kept in touch a little bit, and then after things, happen in our lives.
What was it that you told me that? And then she ended up moving back in with me last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year.
We both ended up in Florida. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I know that we're on a soul connection. We have a soul connection. Like we're definitely, we came into this life together before we came into these bodies. We're like, okay, we've been in many lifetimes before, I believe. And
too.
We have definitely, like this time, you'll hear our stories in further episodes, but you'll see the similarities where it's like, okay, we made a contract to come here to go through what we went through and to come back and then just to share, and to be able to just sit here and be raw and grow with each other. And hopefully if anybody hears something that connects with our stories, that gives you some kind of, feeling of like, oh, I can relate, like, then I think we're doing our job.
Yeah.
Because we really, I think our hearts is just wanting to be able to see the world be the place that we want it to be. I wrote it. It's funny because I wrote a story. I believe that in the new Earth, that's we're creating like this new Earth, right?
Yeah.
That it's gonna be this beautiful, like the love revolution, all the things. But I remember being a little girl. I don't know how old I was, but I remember writing I just wrote a story about another Earth. That I remember my dad even being like, I found this like, years later. Like I found this story you wrote about this new Earth, and
Really?
I was like, yeah, I know. And I'm just like, I keep thinking about that because I was little and I don't remember everything. I just remember I wrote about this other Earth that was like peaceful and loving. Everything was good. And I think maybe my inner child was like remembering that. She's like, okay, I want to get to that. That's where
Mm,
I want us all to be in like a beautiful, loving, where we just have acceptance and love of one another.
right, right. Definitely. Yeah, right now everything is just, I mean, with social media and then the AI with Jesus, every social media. And I'm guilty. Yes, yes. I have a Maginot store that I sell products on, and my Facebook page is all AI generated. So, but,
I love AI.
it's okay. AI can be good, AI can be bad, depending on who has it and what you can do. But like I tell everybody, it's still a machine. You still got to program it, even though it can, yes, it can learn from what it says and everything. But at the end of the day, you still got to program it, you still got to teach it. It's a machine. That's my take on it, and we're not going no further on that conversation. But what I wanted to say, one thing that I think me and Phoenix resonate so well together. She said something to me when she moved in this last recent time, and we were talking about our journeys and our timeline. And she's like, every time that I moved in with you, that was a place of would you say reconditioning, a place a safe house. That's what you
Like a
called it.
recharge, yeah,
Yeah.
recharge.
And with me, and I could see that because when she moved him in when she was, God, what was you, 11, 12?
14,
You were 14? No,
13 or
you wasn't that
14.
old. Uh-uh.
I was in high school, like ninth grade, 10th grade.
Oh, wow.
Well, I was supposed to be in 10th grade. I was repeating ninth grade.
Yep. And don't get pregnant. That was the number one rule. What was the other one? Graduate.
Graduate. And I did. I
Yep.
graduated, and I didn't get pregnant till after I graduated,
Right,
like a
right.
year or two
Hey,
later.
after that, I mean, hey. But now, so yeah, so the whole safe house thing, I thought that was really cool, and I got to think about, it, I was like, wow, that is pretty cool. When she would come over with her kids, the middle child. Oh my God, I loved him so much. When he come in, he went straight to the refrigerator, busted over the refrigerator, and looking at the food. I'm
Oh,
like, and then
River.
he
We
would
call him
sit,
Bam Bam.
yeah, he sit there and dance while he eat. I said, "Oh, you like it now because you eat it." That was our River.
Yes.
He's doing good. Big Armstrong guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think my guns are big.
yeah. He's
Just
a
he is.
personal trainer actually. No,
Doing
in Tampa
amazing.
Bay area. Shout out to River.
Yeah.
Good job, bud. So, anyways, the House of Mirrors is like she was saying earlier. It's definitely uh, trauma, addiction. Like I have my best friend's son is an addict, and it started when he was a teenager. He hurt himself football, and they gave him pain medicine, and that opened the door. And it has taken him away from his family, his children. I mean, she has, when I say on the flip side, the addict, itself is going through, its own demons, but then you have that mother who has that child and all she wants is just to protect and
Mm.
love them. And they're on the streets and you don't know if they're dead or alive. And I'm just getting chills like crazy right now.
Mm.
But it's hard. It's hard. And you have to have that tough love. But you feel like if I give that tough love, I'm abandoning them too. I feel like I'm not, there for them. And wow, it's something that I pray I, with my children, would never have to experience, because drugs are, it could just wreck your world. I mean, my ex, okay, I don't want to tell my story.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's going to be further.
So, but yes, we hope that you enjoy our podcast. This is episode 1. Episode 2, we're going to interview each other. Yeah, kind of give you a taste of our lineup, how we're going to start rolling out. Again, new beginning, so we're just playing with everything. And I hope that, we are successful with this and that, y'all enjoy everything that we do and comment and, like I said,
subscribe.
Cry, yeah.
No, we'll cry and subscribe. Happy tears.
Right. But no, seriously, we hope this is a journey all of us can get on board, and through the masses we can spread love, tell the truth, speak the truth.
Yeah, speak the truth, speak our truths.
For sure. Use our voices.
Really just come together to remember who we are at our soul's level, and really just to remember our strength and our number. There's strength in numbers when we can come together and remember that there is no separation.
No,
that's what
the government
they want us to believe is that there's separation.
We know who it is. No, okay.
You know what I mean.
I know.
There's no such thing as separation, and I believe when we come to remember, it's almost like the waves in the ocean. The ocean's all one, but there's different waves because it's all experiencing everything in its own,
that's pretty
waveform. And I almost feel like that's how it is here. Like we're all part of something bigger than what we realize right now, because we're on the experience of just seeing how it is to have different individual lives, but we have to remember that we are not separate. No. We all come from the same thing, and everybody can have their own views and beliefs and things. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Nothing wrong.
It's when we realize that that's okay to be different, because we are having different experiences in these bodies, but there's actually no separation. Get wrapping my mind around that. Yeah, no. But that's just where my belief, But I think being able just to unconditionally love each other, but that starts with loving ourselves. It starts with being able to look ourselves in our own house of mirrors, and getting some Windex and cleaning that rust, that mirror off, and seeing the actual true version of who you are underneath all the distortion and all the programming, all the things that we've either been told to believe or we've come to believe because our own protection and fear has put up a wall and a mask, and we only want to show so much of ourselves to the point where we think it's actually who we truly are. So being able to get underneath all of that and really seeing ourselves for the truth of who we are, and remembering that we're a soul and we're so much more powerful than we think we are.
Oh, we are extremely powerful. Extremely. Jesus didn't come here to heal us. He came to teach us that we are remind us that we can do exactly what he could do. Mm-hmm. We can. Yep.
Remind us who we are and what we are capable of.
Yep.
It gives me chills too. I'm like, and it's true, man. For me, I believe that we're all part of we all have a beautiful divinity within ourselves, and we're all part of this beautiful source.
And you have 3 children, and I have 3 children, but we both lost a child. Mm-hmm. Without details, but yeah. So you have a boy, girl, and I have a boy, girl. Mm-hmm. So she has
and
2 boys.
We lost both of our
parents.
Who's the oldest? Was Dee Dee the oldest?
Yeah.
So we both of our oldest children we lost.
Oh wow. Yep.
And they were born not the same year, but 2 days apart. November 20th and November 21st were their birthdays.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
That's Deessa. That's Ethan. Ethan is her oldest. Deessa is Terrence is older. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I thought I couldn't remember.
I'm sorry. I wasn't listening when she was asked. I was like,
Can't
yeah,
listen to
yeah.
me. Anyway,
No,
but regardless of that, like we both have children that we lost that were born separate years, 2 days,
no, one
one
day.
day apart,
20th,
the 20th
21st,
and the 21st.
same month,
Yeah, November 20th
20th.
and 21st, and then they died. They both transitioned in 2020,
Yeah, same year, but different
6 months
months.
apart. Yeah,
Isn't that crazy? Crazy.
yeah.
And then,
And our parents.
and my mom was the fourth child out of eight, and her dad was the fifth. And those are the only two that passed away
Yeah,
out of eight children.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's crazy. It's crazy that we used to celebrate birthdays together with them, and because it was right there,
Mm-hmm.
did birthdays, and then of course 2020 we know that was the COVID era, so all that mess. But
Yeah.
anyway, so that's weird that of all of our cousins we have that similarity with our children and our parents.
Which is part of the soul connection that we came here together to be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and this is the things we're gonna have our own separate lives for a while, but the trajectory of it is kind of similar.
Mhm.
So, I mean, now we're here together, fulfilling our soul's purpose. Damn it,
That's
we're
right.
here to do the damn thing.
Took us a minute.
It did, but hey, we did it. We're here.
And it's still going to take a minute, but we're getting through it day by day. It's all we can do. Stay true to yourself and speak your truth. And don't get so mad every time someone says, "Oh, I don't like that shirt you're wearing." Okay, that's fine, but I love it.
Mm-hmm. And I had like kind of what she's saying, like, don't get so mad. Don't. Um, we're gonna get triggered. Period.
Oh,
People are gonna trigger us all the fucking time.
so breathe.
Learn how to react and control our emotions and be aware of what is it that's triggering us and why. Because if you look deeper and you go inward to really learn about yourself, you realize those triggers are there to teach us something, not really for us to get pissed and point fingers at the other person and be like, fuck you, man, you suck. You can say that, but maybe not like that. Just maybe in your head and be like, okay. But maybe go back and be like, why is this so triggering? What is this trying to teach me?
Mm-hmm.
And how can I use it to help guide me in a way of healing and stepping forward and becoming the person that I want to be? Because a lot of people get offended. I've gotten offended. We all get fucking offended. It's like, oh my God. We maybe just need to sit back and take a breath and be like, okay, what is really going on with inside myself that's causing me to feel like somebody else can control my emotions, right? Because nobody else. Just like I used to tell my kids, don't let somebody else take your power. As soon as you allow somebody else to trigger you and you start reacting because of what they've done, then you've given your power away.
Woo-wee, so true.
You don't want to give your power away.
It's hard.
I always used to tell the kids like that when they'd come home from school and so. I said, don't give them your power. Don't give your power away.
My brother used to say, "Don't let them use rent in your head. Don't take up space.
Take up space in your head.
Yeah.
Don't let them have the power, because when it comes down to it, we all have power over ourselves, and that's it. We can't control anybody else. We can't do anything but control our own reactions to what's going on out in the world.
Yeah.
And when we tend to put hate and negativity out towards what we see that we don't like, guess what? We're not fucking helping. Causing more of that same shit we don't like. Because while we're like pushing that same energy out to what we're seeing that we don't like, so it's not making it any better. We're just making it worse. I'm not saying I'm not saying just ignore it or it's okay, but find a way to not send hate to it, because that hate doesn't negate love.
No, and sometimes somebody could come to you and say something and you disagree and you don't believe it. And if you don't believe in that system, It shouldn't
Okay.
trigger you, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But if it triggers you, like she was saying, if it triggers you, then you need to ask yourself, well, dig a little deeper. Ask the
Mhm.
questions that you need to ask. That okay, why? Like she was saying, why?
Yeah.
Why is this making me feel this way? Because what I also heard is that when individuals come at you saying things, it's a reflection of what they're going through, and it's not
Mhm.
really what you're doing. They're reflecting what they're actually going through.
Right. Just like the with the House of Mirrors, we're all looking at the world through our own perspective and our own lens of our own House of Mirrors. We're not seeing it the way nobody. I don't think anybody sees the world like in the same way. We all see it through our own perspective. Everybody. So everybody's looking at through their own House of Mirrors, judging what they don't like, pointing fingers, saying what they do like. Like everybody's got their own,
Putting labels on it.
yeah, and everyone has their own perspective of what they see, and that's what they think the world is.
Mhm.
But the truth is, what you see out there that you don't like, there's something in here that you're not dealing with.
Right, right. And that's the house of mirrors we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff you don't know about. Like, you know, that inner child. And I heard too that a lot of times that inner child is really the cause of our adult lifehood not being able to accept things, or, you know, the mirrors that we look at, we're not looking at the actual inner you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The
Yeah,
inner
the
child.
inner child. She'll
Yeah.
be in there throwing a damn tantrum, and we're out here trying to act like adults.
Right? I know, I know. I mean, I look back at my childhood life and I can't remember. Can you remember when you was a little girl? Like 2, 3 years old?
I have like bits and pieces that come up every once in a while. Yeah.
I can't. I don't remember being that little. I mean, I see pictures and obviously you put that image in your head and think, oh, yeah. But I don't, you know, unless my mom told me or my brother told me or my dad told me, I don't remember. I don't remember until I think I was like kindergarten. That's like what, 5, I think. Well, I was
Mm-hmm.
born in June, so I was early, so I think I was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And, you know, I don't know. I had a good childhood life. You know, my mom, she divorced my dad when I was 4, remarried my stepfather Craig, who was military. And I mean, I got to travel. I went over to Germany in my ninth grade to high school. I had a time of my life. I'm telling you, it was the best thing. We moved every 4 years, and I mean, yeah, of course, at that time, I hated it because it was like, God, I have to meet new friends and all that stuff, you know. But now I appreciate it, and I look back like, wow, I could have been stuck in. And I'm not discrediting this city. I'm getting ready to say Mineral Wells, Texas. I'm not discrediting Mineral Wells, but at the time, Mineral Wells was not. I came from Germany to Mineral Wells, Texas. It was very different,
Yeah.
very different. But yeah, so my childhood life, I really, I can't complain. I mean, even when my mom got cancer and um, has passed away, even before she passed away, we had conversation, you know, about her death. And, you know, I was like, Mama, what do you think heaven's like? Oh, I think it's green grass everywhere. We're all young, running around. Everybody's in their true form. I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I was in a good place with my mom relationship. So I knew if she passed away right then and there, I was okay. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her because I mean that's my mom. That's my first best friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I was okay. Our relationship was solid. It was beautiful. And the only thing, like I said, I regret is that she passed way young. Way she was in her 60s. And I felt like, and I was mad at God. I remember I was
Mm.
so mad. You robbed me 20 years. How dare you? I remember that. You know, anyone has a loved one dealing with cancer, you know, it's just an ugly thing. But yes, we were in a great place in a great spot, and
We're going to get into our more of our stories
Yeah, we're gonna
further
get
down.
into that. We're gonna be doing it. Like I said, our next two episodes is gonna be more revealing us, because we want
Stay
our audience to
tuned.
know that we went through these house of mirrors,
Yes,
and we're still going
we still
through. We're
do.
still going through. Trust me, I got a lot of mirrors. I need a
Okay,
break.
I'll be like having stories playing in my head, like at work. I got different characters. I've named them. I have a tiny T Rex that is my co. I don't know what you would call it, but basically, I'm neurospicy. I'm neurodivergent. I have ADHD, and I'm on the spectrum. So I have a tiny T Rex that is my character for that. But then there's all these other characters, and literally they just there's a whole ass village up in here.
Oh, and it's a whole ass book too that she's about to write. For real.
It's kind of funny, like, but it helps me to like look at things differently rather than getting stuck in it's almost
Mhm.
like playing out the story in my head. It's real life, but then it becomes a story that kind of is more interesting to me than having to just deal with real life
Oh no,
sometimes.
I read some of it, and it was real cute. That one that you sent me about where the House of Mirrors and that tunnel came up, you had to run through it. And you're like, no, I don't want to face
Yes,
it.
it's
They
called
asked me
the
all the whole,
Loopty Doopty Tunnel of Doom,
yeah,
and it's like when we get stuck in the loop of thinking the same thing over and over and over. And you know if you like thinking about something that's on your mind, it's bothering you, and you're like, you know what, I can't figure it out. I gotta let it go. Just gotta let it go. And then you let it go for a minute, and then before you even know it, something's coming in, and it's like, but da 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 da, and you're just like, oh
it
yeah,
handles
yeah.
itself. Yeah,
I've termed it the loopty doopty tunnel of doom, and it's like the carnival rides that you
it's so
walk
cute.
through the gate and the room spinning.
Oh, it's so cute. It really is.
Ah,
Her imagination is a beautiful tool. I'm telling you, she needs to put it in a book for real. Even her life story. I mean, that alone would be a bestseller. It's good stuff. She's very talented. As you'll see, she's very smart. She's really good with all. I mean, she does the quantum healing.
yeah,
Uh,
quantum touch healing,
mhm, she's
emotional energy release breath work.
she does.
She led me through one day because I needed to do it myself, and I just needed someone to lead me through it. And she did such a good job. And she was like, "Damn, that seemed like a lot of work."
Yeah, I know. It's
It
like
is a lot of work, but it's worth it.
it was, but yeah, she's got a lot going on. Her 12-week program. We're gonna. I think we're gonna release that in your interview. Talk about that, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'm
Okay.
excited about that.
So yeah, so this is episode one. I know we're
Rambling,
rambling,
man.
but we want to give you the true us, and this is the true us. This
Yeah,
what you see is what you
what
get.
you get is what you see. What you
There's
see
no
is what
filter. See, no
you
filter.
get.
I don't believe in that. My hair is growing out, and yes, no, I did not go and do this
It is
personally.
beautiful. I love it. It kind of makes. I'm not. I don't know if I'm ready. I do. I do my hair, but
I embrace this
whatever.
gray only because one of my best friends in high school talking about should I go gray. She posted on Facebook, and I texted her. I said, "If you go gray, I'll go gray." I was like, "What was I thinking when I said that?"
But I love
Uh,
it. It's good.
I
You
love my
should.
red. I ain't gonna lie. I love, 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 love my red hair. I'll have to show y'all a picture of my red. We'll put it up one day. But anyways, I love it. I love my red. But too many chemicals, and I'm trying to be natural and trying to not put as many chemicals in my body as possible.
She's the health guru that's like teaching me how to do healthier, holistic things. So I've been into
Herbs.
energy work and all this stuff, but I mean, I want to be real as hell too. I could eat a lot better, but I'm working on it, and I think that is just being like realistic. Like we're human. I have a human experience, and I realize that sometimes I just do shit because I'm human. I'm like, oh my god. I don't want to judge that part of me though, because part of me used to judge all of that and then be like, and then I'm not talking smack about any kind of like anybody, but I think there's sometimes you have like certain groups that are like too from for me personally just too much because it's almost like we came here to be humans and experience what it is to be a human So we can't bypass and be like, oh, we all gotta be spiritual all the time. If we did that, we would have just stayed up there where in spirit where we came from. But at the same time, it's learning and it's experiencing. It's realizing that maybe the stuff I am putting in my body is helping me not feel so good. So maybe I've experienced that enough. And now it's time to start putting better things in my body. But it's all experiencing and learning as we go and just growing and just being real and not, trying to act like I'm better than or I'm so high. No, I'm just me, man. I'm just learning like everyone else is, doing the best I can every day.
Oh, that's all we can. Live and learn. They say you don't lose, you learn. The L's for learning. So every experience, every failure, every hurt, every pain, every bump, every wall that you run into, it's a learning experience. And that's what we're here to learn and to take away with it and don't repeat it. Now, if you repeat it, now you're a glutton for punishment. That's what I would
Or
say.
you just didn't learn your lesson the first
Yeah,
go
that's true.
around, and then your spirit's like, okay, well, let's add some more shit in here and see how you do this time. Well, I think I've learned. Yeah. I hope I have.
Right, right. And I just want to live a decent, peaceful, happy, joyful, grateful world.
Yeah.
That's what I want, but we can't have everything. That's cool.
We're working on it.
Yeah. But you can. And I say you can't have everything, but you can. You really can. You can.
And
Just
I
Google
think
it.
it's just accepting and loving what you have right now and realizing that like for me, the things that she said I manifested so quickly. I wasn't even trying to really. I just think about, oh, this would be nice, and then I let it go.
Remember the bug? She had somebody at work donated her a car. And she had like 3 weeks ago just casually just said, because she Uber to work. She didn't even drive. She Uber to work.
For years.
And this is when she lived in, not here, she lived in Tampa. And she, she said, she sat there and said, I wonder what it'd feel like to have a car. She was just talking to herself, just talking about the car. And then didn't think of nothing. And then this guy comes in that she is one of her regulars and is like, I want to gift you this, bug. It was his daughter's bug. And he got her a new car and freaking just gave her this bug. Now, granted, it didn't have AC, right?
Right. I mean, but
And it didn't have. I mean, it
a lot
wasn't
of
like a
issues.
luxury, but
Yeah.
it was fine. It was
It was either going to be a
beautiful.
junker or here, give it to somebody else, get it off my hands, kind of thing. But for me, it got me point A to point B.
Exactly.
That's all I needed.
And then she went from there to another car, and then you know what I'm saying?
To a camper.
Yeah, she's just manifesting queen for real. She is. Now I am a master 22. We want to speak a little bit about something. Ooh, ooh. And I'm a manifester too.
Yeah, manifesting generator. Yeah.
Master 22.
Master 22. I'm a number 3, which they say number 3 life path number is creativity, imagination, other things. I can't remember right this second. But I'm stepping into my creativity. I've always been imaginative. I've always lived in my own little world. Probably has a lot to do with my autism.
And mine, it says at the 22, I need to have a 4 in my life because a 4 is like I'm the master generator. I'm the person that can manifest the plan and put it together. But the 4 is a projector, and that person's the one that will get it going and everything. Put it. And my boyfriend's a 4, believe it or not. So, but it can be because I always have that. When you're doing right, you're here, but when you're not doing right, what is it called? The dark side. What is it? I can't remember what they say it when they break it down. Like you're in the light, you're in the dark. When you're in the light, this is what resonates. When you're in the dark, this is what resonates.
Oh yeah. The shadow and the light.
Shadow and light.
Yeah, there's shadow aspects in the light, but it again, it's all about learning and experiencing.
Yeah, experience. It is experience. And I think I'm gonna be around a little long. So I got a lot more experience to experience.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, this is episode one. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoy it. I know we didn't really have a big topic. We wasn't trying to like have these questions and all this. This was just to get to know us.
Mm-hmm.
A little, what you call a little cliffhanger about us.
Yeah, and really just like, yeah, getting to meet us and sharing a little bit of the House of Mirrors and where that came from. And I'd love, comments or anybody that, relates, just kind of, what's your House of Mirrors? Have you noticed what your House of Mirrors do? Or do you feel like you're going through your own House of Mirrors? And or have you been able to break the illusion of your own House of Mirrors? Like, I'd love to just know.
And how did you break the illusion?
How did you break the
Yeah,
illusion
because your story could help someone else that's going
Mhm.
through the same thing.
Exactly.
And we all have stories. We
Oh,
all, and that's one thing I love about Raven Lyric is, and the reason why I chose that name is because of the Raven is a very intelligent, curious, transform. I mean, the bird. I mean, I love birds. Period.
She was a
.com.
bird in her
I
last,
think I really was a bird.
last
Like my
lifetime.
past life. I'm pretty sure
I was a tree.
and she was a tree, and I was a bird, and I
And
stayed on her
like,
branch.
yeah, she was like just kicking it on my.
Hopefully, I wasn't a woodpecker. But yeah, so I don't know, guys. We'll see how it works. But we're gonna show up every Friday. We'll have our new episode every Friday. We're gonna release it at 6 o'clock in the morning. That way, when you get up, it's there. It's ready for you. Now, if you get up before 6, well, you'll have to wait till you know Eastern
time.
Eastern time. Yeah, we forgot to say that in our little video we putting out. But that's okay. That's all right. But yeah, we're gonna release every Friday at 6. Next episode, we're gonna probably you're gonna interview me. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interview you, share a little about your story and all the things. And
I hope
yeah.
I don't offend anybody. I'll try not to use real names. No, I'm just kidding. But be careful. And I got power. No, just playing. No, but yeah, she's gonna interview me, and you'll get more of our backstory and everything. And really, I mean, we just want to be transparent. I mean, like I said, I'm an open book.
And we've walked through and still at times walk through our own House of Mirrors. And you know, I wanted to say one more thing about the House of Mirrors. It's not all distortion. A lot of the things that we see in there are distorted the way that we see, even just the way that we look at ourselves. Like see, almost like when you see the reflection of yourself in the mirror. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, a lot of times for a long time, I would look directly at the flaw. I'd look at the thing that wasn't pretty, or the thing that made me feel ugly, or whatever. I never truly saw in my eyes of who I truly am. I always saw the reflection of something I didn't think was good enough. That was one of my I still deal with it. It's still part of like something that I have to do every day to remind myself like I'm loved, I love myself. But it was, that but part of that reflection inside of there is beauty and love for myself. So I had to look past the distortion of it and see the true soul and the connection of who I really am. So I think that's one of my biggest things is it took me years to learn how to love myself. Years, and I still go through issues where I want to judge and be like, oh my god, look at those pimples all over your fucking forehead, whatever. But I'm just like, whatever, I'm fucking beautiful and I love you. I look at myself in the mirror, and if I look at myself and I start to try to judge, I will make a goofy face at myself, and I'll crack up, and then I'll be like, I fucking love you, and I mean it. And so just being able to, I think one of my intentions is just wanting other people, all of us, to truly be able to love ourselves unconditionally, and not look at the flaws that we think that aren't good about us, but truly see who we are.
Right, because if you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love others?
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're gonna good things are gonna come out of this. It really is. Like I said, we really truly want our mission is to help people. Tell your story. Be heard. Tell your truth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what this is what this podcast is. Well, the House of Mirrors is. House of Mirrors. And do you like our artwork? What's up with the artwork? Did you see that? I like that. I like my little raven.
Yeah, yeah, and that I think that's another thing we'll talk about our names because both of us have chosen names that we've given ourselves, and
Yep. And
and
I
we'll talk
like
about,
mine.
I love it, and we will talk about those in part of our stories that we share.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've taken, oh goodness, enough of your time. We hope that you like us enough to come back and
Yes,
hang
come
out with us
back
some
and
more.
hang out and
Yeah.
share your, I'd
And
love to know what other people get from this and
exactly.
relate and,
Exactly.
All right, my fellow weirdos.